Yo, 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 welcome back to That's Fyre. This is episode 96. I'm your host, JD. Let me turn off this fan. It's hot as shit, but you can't have all that noise back there. We have a great episode for you today. I'm just going to start doing segments, okay? So we're going to do a news segment. We're going to talk about the Defected Records founder, Simon Dunmore. He sparked this conversation about how festival lineups are stagnating. We're going to talk about how this new study in the UK showed 44% of fans aren't buying festival tickets. James Hype talks about how all these fans claiming his sets are pre-recorded, and all DJ sets are pre-recorded is a narrative that is damaging for the culture. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Will Smith. Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Ibiza, apparently. And then we are going to talk about, I don't know, a lot of other things. Ferris Wheel catching fire at a festival in Germany. I'm going to start another segment, the Big Things Coming Soon segment. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that meme, local DJ say the line, then it's like big things coming soon. That's what all of your local DJs are saying. I've appointed myself, I've named myself the the president of the Big Things Coming Soon Club. That's going to be me. Be on the lookout for stuff with the club. But we're going to do a segment called Big Things Coming Soon with like festival lineups. For example, Desert Air in Palm Springs announced their lineup. We're going to do some fun little announcements. I'm going to or talk about some funny like dance music and dance related announcements, as it's getting more commercial. There's hilarious collaborations that are coming about, so we're going to talk about like that sort of stuff. And then lastly, we're going to talk about one more like just kind of open dialogue, open format. What should I call it? I don't know. The last one I haven't actually thought of the name, but yeah, dude. It's gonna be a good time. So let's get into it. So, starting off with some news of the week. Defected Records founder Simon Dunmore, quote, he posted on Threads, which is like funny how, I don't want to date the guy or make him seem old. He looks like an older gentleman. He's a legend nonetheless. He started Defected Records, sold it 2 years ago, and is kind of working on his next move or whatever. But he posted this shit on Threads, right? Threads is like Instagram's version of Twitter when Zuck and Elon Musk were beefing, which is like insane. That was like within this last year, I'm pretty sure, so that's crazy. Threads is just like old people's version of Twitter. It's like Facebook. Every old person on Facebook got a notification that Instagram was starting Threads, and like now everyone's fucking doing it. So that's crazy. But he said festival lineups have been stagnating for years, with the same 50 acts on rinse and repeat. New talent needs to break through to challenge the monopoly of the established hierarchy. Acts like Another, Kind Music are the future. Neither are overnight successes. Curious to know who else. So he sparks a very good conversation, right? You look at all these lineups, it's all the fucking same. And this article on EDM.com brought up a good point about how festivals like rely on the same headliners to ensure ticket sales. So if we have, I don't want to say anyone's name without disrespecting them, because a lot of these headliners deserve those spots, but proven headliners, I'm sure you guys can name a few. It's safe. It ensures that a lot of people are going to buy the tickets, but in the long term, it hurts the culture because they're not really festivals aren't necessarily putting on smaller DJs and newer subgenres that are, coming up. And it's like for this next generation of ravers who are into these sort of niche subgenres, they're not going to want to go to the festivals that have the same lineup every year. So, like, in a way, the festivals themselves are like laying the groundwork for their own sort of downfall. And so it's just interesting coming from him. I believe he knows exactly what he's talking about, because he founded one of the best labels ever. But just this is like a topic of conversation, though, that comes up every so often, like whether it's about the type of people who are getting booked at these events, or it's just a matter of the same DJs. But let's see what else they had to say here. Getting the same artists or getting the big artists is like a reliable draw that satisfies longtime fans who look forward to seeing their favorites, but the approach often leads to a homogenized experience that strips away the essence of what electronic music festivals specialize in the first place: discovery and innovation. And that's another good point, right? When you first started listening to EDM, you were so hyped that you kind of felt like, let me speak for myself. I kind of felt like I was listening to super underground shit that not a lot of people were listening to, and that made me feel unique and was innovative, etc. And then you start going to some events, you're like, wow, this is where we can find more artists like this. This is where, and just the fact that it's electronic music makes it innovative in itself. So for these festivals to kind of get away from that and just book the same artist or go the safer route, etc., is, a counteractment against the culture. Counteractment, I don't know if that's a word, but this topic is like real serious, but it's true. And I love that he points out another in Kind Music. Like, Kind Music, all the pictures that have been coming out of them from when they first started, like literally a dozen years ago, 12 years ago, more than a decade ago, to now, and now they're finally getting their shine. It's cool. I think, on the flip side, these festivals all feel like homogenized experiences. They all feel stale, stagnated, etc. But for another in Kind Music to have these breakthroughs right now could also show a sign of the shifting of the times. But I'm not going to sit here and say it's one or the other. Like, bottom line is, these major companies and these major festivals are going to do what they can to ensure that they get money. It's a financial thing at the end of the day for like the big corporations, which makes some of these smaller independent festivals that much more fun, because you get the real experience, you get the real you get to see where the zeitgeist truly is with some of these festivals that are real tastemakers. And so I don't know, festivals, get your act together, dude. But anyways, 44% of fans aren't buying festival tickets, a new study shows. Following the news this year that more than 40 UK festivals were pausing or ending their plans for a 2024 event due to rising costs and insufficient ticket sales, Pirate Studios conducted a survey to 1,700 festival goers to get their thoughts on the situation. Also, they had a link to a Excel sheet of everything, and it was all like band members and DJs and producers who were taking this poll. So not fangoers, but like other people within the scene. But it found that 44% of the respondents had bought fewer festival tickets than they usually do, while 49% of those surveyed said they refused to spend more than £200 or euros on a festival ticket. Not pounds. I think it's euros, yeah. A significant figure as prices for many weekend-long events continue to surge past the €300 mark. Yeah. Even here stateside, bro. My friends are trying to get me to go to Portola. Don't have a ticket. 1 day ticket is $350, bro. That's what I paid for the whole weekend at LIB. The 2 days, like 5 something. So it's getting a bit crazy out here on these streets. But they also said 29% of those who responded to the survey said they were prioritizing attending their favorite festivals over any others. I respect that. Making it hard for new events to get off the ground, 20% of those surveyed, meanwhile, said they were actively seeking out early bird or discounted tickets in order to be able to afford and attend festivals. So it's getting a bit ridiculous, but that comes with the mainstream. I think that this is all kind of temporary, though, because last week I was talking about Burning Man tickets going on sale, etc. This study says 44% of fans aren't buying tickets. There's kind of this feeling that the trend is going downwards, when in reality, this kind of shit happens once in a while. You know, I think that festivals are definitely trying to cash in. And also, like, we're looking at this, and the article that we read before was about how festival lineups are stagnating. It's like, well, why would I go to this festival when all these other festivals, or maybe one that I plan on going to later, has the same acts, or the people that I might be able to catch another time, you know? So it's just crazy out here, man. But the money part is definitely crazy. Like, Portola being $350 for 1 day. Are you shitting me? It's kind of nuts. And then like fucking 4-day festivals, you could get that ticket. It's crazy. James Hype responds to claims his sets are pre-recorded. I think the narrative is damaging for the culture. That's true. He emailed a statement to EDM.com and said, a few months ago I started to notice a trend. Whenever a video of my DJing went viral, 50% of the comments were from people saying it was fake and that I was a fraud. There seems to be a narrative that all big DJs on big stages are playing pre-recorded sets, and I want to break that. I'm trying to deliver a different show every single time and doing stuff that's actually live, unique, and risky is the only way I know how to perform. This is true. If you've never seen a James Hype DJ video, go watch one. If you know a little bit about DJing, you'll notice quickly that it's not pre-recorded. Some of it's actually fucking insane. Some of it people react a little more to than they should, but I think even he would say that. Like, it's interesting, his sort of presence and his piece of like the entire EDM like puzzle is like a very unique one, and I think he is extremely talented, and I think it's kind of crazy that people are fucking being such idiots. Like, Hype then invoked a 2021 live stream by Deadmau5 that resurfaced in the summer of 2023, wherein the influential producer claimed that DJs performing at major festivals play pre-recorded sets most of the time to adhere to rigorous time constraints imposed by the organizer of the event. James Hype said, I saw a video where Deadmau5 told his fans that EDC requires all artists to pre-record and it's just not true. I played all of the biggest festivals on all the biggest stages. I think this narrative is damaging for the culture and the new DJs coming up. Yeah, deadmau5 is just like a fucking master of being a shithead, I've learned. Like, he has his piece in dance music history, there's no doubt. But when it feels like whenever he opens his mouth, he's just saying some dumbass shit. You know? Like, that shit's crazy to me. And I don't know if, like, that's it. See, like, right there, I'm like, I don't know if he's right or not. Like, no, he's not fucking right. Like, a lot of these DJs probably wouldn't play if they were required to pre-record. Like, that's crazy. Now, do some DJs have, like, a set list? Like a band would? Yes. I'm sure they do. A lot of them have, like, a playlist that they kind of bounce off and, like, time it up, whatever, but I'm sure these DJs have, like, a scripted, like, first few songs or a scripted last few songs, or with this much time left in the set, like, you play this, you know, you go into this sequence of songs, but that doesn't mean it's not pre-recorded. And, like, DJs will, like, DJs are, like, fucking shitting on people for using the sync button. Like, how would it go if DJs knew shit was being pre-recorded? Like, that is just so against the culture, and it's against everything that we've been speaking about since the beginning of this podcast, right? The innovation of dance music, and the fact that innovation is at the core of this culture. And for you to say that the shit is pre-recorded is insane, bro. Insane. So let's see what else fucking they had to say. deadmau5 clarified his remarks in a comment on James Hype's video, because he posted a video about this. He said, I'm almost positive this wasn't directed at you. Almost. Nor was it at anyone, really. Getting pretty tired of having to explain myself over and over. Tired of having to explain myself. So you just, like... This is like the false victim thing. That's not the phrase for it. I just made that up. But it's like, someone will say something attacking someone, or attacking a thing, in this case calling everyone who DJ, every big DJ ever, all they do is play pre-recorded sets, and then someone responds with facts, with evidence, and, like, you know, it's like, yo, shut up, like, respectfully. And then the person who attacked in the first place claims the victim because of how that person reacted. It's like, yo, you were the one that started talking shit in the first place. If you can't take the heat, get the fuck out of the kitchen. If you can't cook, get out of the booth. You know what I mean? It's potato, tomato, tomato. Didn't make any sense. I'm tired of having to explain myself over and over. But the clip was taken and edited from a literal popcorn-eating facetious rant. But since everyone's just taking it so damn serious, run with it, I guess. His dealer is not a good guy. I don't know. I don't want to be, like, mean or disrespectful. I don't know if that really even is, but it seems like this dude has done a lot of bad drugs that, like, fucked him up or something. Because he's a fucking, like, aggressive little freak. You know? And again, he has his place in dance music history. A lot of people love him. I love a lot of his songs. But every time he hops on that fucking stream, in front of that fucking microphone and that fucking monitor and that goddamn webcam, just literal bullshit just spewing, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. Will Smith exposes... This is the fucking headline. This is the dumbest headline ever. I shouldn't even... Will Smith exposes Ibiza UFO mystery while making music on the island. Will Smith... It's a promotional article from EDM.com. Will Smith, like, came to them to announce that he's a part of this club that's starting in Ibiza. The founder of Ushuaia, Jan Piss on them. Jan Piss in them is starting this club with Will Smith coming in 2025. UFO space themed, whatever. What did they call it? It's the world's first hyper club. And Will Smith has also been apparently in the fucking booth working on dance music songs. So, again, this should have been on the big thing. This is a perfect big things coming topic. Fuck. It's okay. We're still working on it. But big things coming soon. Big things coming soon. This. Will Smith making EDM. Will Smith opening club in Ibiza. Genuinely right now, I wouldn't want to go to that club. I would not want to go to that club. I don't know why. I do know why, because she's fucking crazy. And I feel like it'd be a lot of normies there. A lot of normies, a lot of fucking basic bitches. But yeah, fuck that. Last part of the news, Ferris Wheel catches fire at German music festival, injuring at least 30 people. This is fucking crazy. A Ferris wheel caught fire at Leipzig, Germany's Highfield Music Festival on Saturday. Apparently this is one of Germany's biggest festivals. So, Rolling Stone had it at 30 people injured. People magazine had it at 65. Apparently, after initial assessment, it was determined the cause of the fire was due to material located under the Ferris wheel catching fire and spreading to a gondola. Then the gondola caught the gondola next to it on fire. Let's see. The incident occurred at 9 p.m. The rapper was on stage, Ski Agu, and he said that he was told to continue his performance and not cause chaos. So he just kept performing, which is crazy. 4 people suffered burns. 16 people were transported to the hospital. And it was crazy. What was the material, you ask? I don't know. Fucking kush or dab shit, guck, some guck maybe some mushrooms. Are mushrooms flammable? I don't know. But yeah, that's insane. I don't want to seem like I'm making a joke out of this, because that's honestly the reason I don't get on fucking Ferris wheels. And I honestly, after talking about it, right, I just shouldn't go. It'd be bad karma. But it's like when you go to the state fair, once you get to an age where you realize that all of the rides at the state fair are just good chance none of them are safe. They all could be fucked up in some way. It's just hired people, people who own these rides, and then the fair contract them to bring the rides and set them up. It is a very sketchy situation most of the time. But big things coming soon. Big things coming soon segment. The first week of its kind. I already butchered it by not having the Will Smith Ibiza Club part of it in this segment, but I do have, and there's literally this is a quote from the people involved in this. I think it's only a matter of time before a lot of great things come. I mean, what a better story. Is there any better story that to drop the week of the big things coming soon segment starting? I don't think so. And I've done enough teasing. The segment is Martin Garrix and Coldplay collaboration. Rumors intensify after an interview. This is one of the funniest things I've heard all week. All of these mainstream artists coming together with EDM artists, I think is just gonna be one of the funnier like Coldplay did a song with Avicii, which was actually really good. And I don't want to sound like I'm just making fun of it, because I'm probably gonna listen to it. I might even like it, but it's just funny, dude. It's just fun, like big room house, progressive house, Martin Garrix, and fucking Yellow, Coldplay. I don't know. And apparently they played Martin Garrix's song at Glastonbury, Breakaway. But in a recent interview, Martin Garrix sparked widespread speculation about the potential collaboration of Coldplay. So, he let slip a tantalizing hit that set the rumor mill into overdrive after receiving a text message from Coldplay frontman Chris Martin. The Dutch dance superstar was in disbelief, it was him. He said, "It's only a matter of time before a lot of great things come." Big things coming soon. Coldplay is Coldplay. Was Coldplay one of the ones that people hated? Do people hate Coldplay? Why do so many people hate Coldplay? Yeah. Coldplay was one of the ones that people were really anti for a few years there, and now I think everyone's coming around to them, but I don't really have too big of an opinion. I didn't listen to Coldplay a lot growing up. It's just funny to me that like all of these different just on paper, like I don't want to be mean, but like on paper it's just hilarious to me. When these sort of things get announced, it's like literally local DJ says big things coming soon, like big things coming soon segment. So we're starting off with that. And then this is actually kind of dope. The Desert Air lineup, Splash House and Golden Voice present this festival middle of November in the Palm Springs Air Museum. Katra and Jame XX set the headline. Tove Lo and XG Lewis present Club Heat. That EP again was so dope. Sammy Vergi as a special guest as well. Ketboy 69, Mallgrab, Joy Orbison, Sam Gallantry. Live. Joy Anonymous. Shy Girl presents Club Shy. Looks like a pretty fun little thing. And like in that air museum, I think it's the same place that they do the afters for Coachella. Is that what they do it for? I don't know. I've never been. And then, yeah, I don't know if that's the last of the big things coming soon segment or what. But here I have this article that says Griz slated to perform surprise set at Burning Man. He's on the lineup for Camp ? So if you're going to Burning Man, go see him because he's been on this hiatus. He went out with a bang up in Arizona actually, and said he was taking a break, might not ever come back, and now he's playing Burning Man. I think that's fucking sick. And lastly, I want to open format, right? So an open format DJ is kind of someone who doesn't stick to a genre and just plays whatever. That's kind of what I try to do on my radio show. But open format, make this we're going to do this segment, at least this week, that it's kind of like an open discussion about rave culture and what's going on. I know the whole podcast is that, but I'm making it off of this tweet by AJ Forbird, at AJ Forbird, AJ. He tweeted out, came across my feed that said, "Make raves 21 plus. If you can't legally drink, you have no business at the rave." The idea of raving with a high schooler at 18 makes me want to punch a promoter in the face for this. Okay, chill, bro. That's aggressive. Instead, I'm not going to lie, I respect y'all's opinions, but my stance will never change on this at all. Okay, so you're sticking hard to your opinion. AJ, thank you for tweeting that into the void. And thank you for serving it up on a platter for me. You know what, AJ? That's the fucking dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. 18-year-olds, okay? Think about this. I know some of you guys started fucking raving at like this year or last year. But for me, I went to my first rave at 17. I went to my first music festival right after I turned 18. Those experiences at that young of an age are very formative in my fandom as a raver, my personality, everything about me, dude. If I wouldn't have done that, I'd probably be an aggressive little shit like you on Twitter. And the thing is, you just can't do that. Like, you gotta separate. Some events should be 21 plus. Some events should be 18 plus. Some events could be all ages, but you can't take away those experiences from these kids. And now, like, the fandom has grown a lot. I was a fan when I was young, which was kind of like not very common. Nowadays, I'm sure all of these like high school kids or high school seniors, because of their older siblings or because of the internet, are like into dance music, and like you just want to take away their privilege of going to a concert for 3 years until they're 21 because like you just want to get drunk with older people. And I know that sometimes 18-year-olds or like 20-year-olds at the rave can be fucking annoying. It's like, these kids also need to know it's not all about you. You're not the main character. I know you're 18 and you're here with a bunch of fucking old ass fucks like me, but bottom line is, you guys gotta chill the fuck out. And it is, I guess, I don't know if it's even more common for like an 18 or 19 or 20-year-old to be off their ass more than like a 27, 28, 29-year-old in today's day and age. Like, we got a bunch of fucking idiots at these raves, and I love all of them. Plur gang till I die, son. But the thing is, like, there are like, I shit myself last year at a festival, and 18-year-olds should be allowed to do that, or should be allowed to go to festivals, because like it doesn't matter how old you are, people are getting fucked up all the time. And I don't know, man, it's just weird, the whole age thing. I don't think that should be a thing. I guess that's my final thing. If you like certain shows, I get it. Like, if it's at a fucking bar, you know, like Sun Bar in Tempe, like, that's just you got to be 21 to get in anyway. So like, I get that. But like, if it's a festival or, you know, a venue, and the promoter wants to give the experience to more people, then everything should be like 18 plus. But if it's like, if we're trying to crack down on the wristbands or like the alcohol part of it and want to make sure that everyone, like, that's like one less worry for them if everyone is already 21 when they enter the fucking thing. So I get that too. But you got to provide people of all ages with those experiences, because it's like, I don't know. I was able to do that at 18, and it's fucking the best thing ever. And, you know, everyone should be able to do it. So, why don't we change the drinking age to 18, AJ? You know? Fucking whatever. But that's it for this week. I think the segments are going to add a lot more structure to the podcast. I'm happy about them. Thank you for sticking with me, and I will see you next week. Remember to like, subscribe, all that shit. Appreciate you.